What is up, Flesh and Blood heroes? Just got a little package here, and I know that opening cards is fun, so I'll just do it on camera. But I've decided whenever I open something up, I will also have a quick talk. And today, I just thought I'd share with you. Obviously, we're always thinking about Flesh and Blood. Personally, I probably spend hours of every day thinking about gameplay or lore or just all the different things of the amazing game itself. And today I was wondering, Crucible of War is going to have 2 legendaries and 1 fabled, as far as I understand, or I think what I read. So if you think about what we've seen so far, the first set had Heart of Faendal. Now obviously our hearts are generally located in our chests, and whilst the effect of Heart is to gain a life, obviously pitching the card itself does the resource part that we generally see from chest piece equipments. Now, what was the generic legendary in Welcome to Wraith? It was Faendal Spring Tunic, which is of course the chest piece. So then I thought, oh yeah, and it took me on to Arcane Rising, which we see the fabled is Eye of Ophidia. Again, typically our eyes are in our heads, and the legendary piece in Arcane Rising that was generic, following the slot of Tunic, was of course Arcanite Skullcat. So I thought, oh yeah, set 1, Heart and generic chest piece, set 2, Eye and generic headpiece. So what does that mean if Crucible has Crucible has beautiful tunic there, sorry. I just needed to get another one of those because I'm still lending decks, and I'm trying to get a friend who currently lives in another country, trying to get a full deck together for him potentially, and also just at local gaming night. Of course, the tunic is one of the few cards that maybe not everyone has, so it's good to be able to lend one out. And following my last video, as I said, just trying to get 2 copies of high-end equipments or fables if possible. So if I'm not lending them out on occasion, I can kind of keep one set generally in a vault or in my folder under my bed, and yeah, 1 each to play. Anyhow, thank you very much for that, Mr. Kale. Beautiful thing. So yeah, where was I up to? Crucible of War, I think, if we follow patterns, and assume, and obviously it's always speculation, right? But I would hope at least that we might see a legendary generic arm or leg if we've already had a head and a chest. And if that is true, then do we see the fabled kind of follow suit? So Ophidia and I'm surprised that actually no one's spoken much about, or I haven't seen actually anyone asking about who is Ophidia. So please comment or let us know if you know anything about the Ophidia name, entity, character. But kind of like Faendal, pretty mysterious sort of name there. And perhaps, Crucible of War, we've seen the card Art of War. Perhaps it will be arms and to do with like strength and extra attack. But again, it could just as much be, speed and action and go again and legs. But, perhaps it will be a fabled along the lines of when you pitch this, your next source of damage that you control does an additional damage. Something like that relates to arcane and normal attack actions or weapons. That would be pretty neat. And then perhaps the legendary, dunno, could be anything. What do you think it could be? But yeah, and if it's legs, I don't know. But anyway, the main thing I'm throwing out there is that perhaps we're pretty sold on the second legendary spot. We've had something put in front of our eyes, which was, of course, a spell shifter or shapeshifter. I think it maybe, one of the two. Sorry, I don't know that for sure, but we can go and look. But spell shifter or shapeshifter, 20 health, and 4 intellect, and would assume if Crucible is about supporting the existing cards and sets, then perhaps the spell shifter hero will be able to use kind of a mixture or any of the cards currently from the 8 classes we have. But yeah, if that takes one legend spot, then I believe, or my best guess is we will see a legendary arm or leg. And just my brain clicked tonight with those Fableds, kind of the Eye of Ophidia with the skull cap, the Heart of Fyendal with the tunic. I believe if it is a generic arm or leg, the Fabled will follow suit and either be like fists, fist of some war god name person perhaps, or for legs, I really don't know what's like a cool thing. I don't think they'd make a card that's like feet of someone or leg of someone, but who knows. But anyway, yarn over, and if you don't already have a tunic, it is worth trading off all your excess cards for that you're not using and maybe saving a few dollars to put towards it, because I don't see this card going down, and of course it's used in like every deck pretty much except Bravo, and even then he might have a go with it one day, I'm sure. So yes, there we are. Hope you're all well and excited for Crucible of War. And of course, if you're in New Zealand, make sure to head to all these brilliant Road to Nationals events coming up. Got a couple more in Auckland over the next few weeks, and then there's Dunedin on the 24th or 5th of July, and then back in Auckland you've got Wellington double header is going to be a biggie. I'll make that trip for sure. Saturday is Cerberus Games in town, and Sunday is Calico Keep. So you get good value for that trip doing 2 if you're not living in Auckland, for example, or in Wellington obviously for that. And then one of the last ones is of course being run by Adept Events, which I am involved with, and we're running a massive weekend for Magic and Flesh and Blood. So we have our Road to Nationals on the Sunday. We're running all day on-demand winner boxes of Crucible of War on the Saturday. We're going to do drafts if people want of Arcane Rising, Welcome to Wraith, and I am inquiring about running a Blitz tournament on the Sunday around lunchtime after the Road to Nats is well underway and people are dropping or wanting to do something else because they feel they're out of the runnings. So it will be an amazing weekend. We've done 4 years prior to this for big 3-day Magic events. People tend to have a load of fun. Should be a great atmosphere, lots of trading and getting your hands on the newest cards from Crucible. Great way to do that. And of course, win your way into Nationals and perhaps a gold foil equipment. So check it out, adeptevents.co.nz or Adept Events NZ on Facebook. It's our 5-year anniversary and relaunch party. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.